Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the 2 Minute Warning. I'm Blake Showalter.
And I'm Beto Vacadillas.
And usually...
Wow, what a great episode.
We only do pro sports today, but we have an absolutely amazing excuse for why we're not only doing pro sports today. Your Redhawks are going to March Madness for the first time in 23 long years, man. After winning the UFC Championship game, which was an absolute thriller. What do you think of that, man?
We're going dancing.
We're going dancing, baby.
It just feels so good to say. The Redhawks, like you said, in a thriller match for the UFC Championship final, battled from what seemingly was a loss, had to overcome that mental fortitude, and then get to that point where they could beat them by a score of 89-82. Phenomenal game from all of our players. Something really entertaining to watch, man. I'm so happy to say that we're actually going to March Madness.
Yeah, man. Me and my boy Jeffrey back there. Jeffrey, say what's up.
What's up?
There's Jeffrey. We saw the game live in person. Great game. Chris Harris with an absolutely amazing game. 26 points. Really carrying us there, but didn't really actually carry us. It was a real team effort. Phil Russell, 21 points. Israel Barnes, 19 points. Amazing overall game by the entire team. It was amazing to watch. I thought we lost for a second. I overheard players at the end of the game saying that they thought they lost, but turns out his foot was on the line. It was only 2 points. The game was tied, and we went to overtime, and we absolutely dominated in overtime. We beat Tennessee Tech for the second time this year, only losing them once. All of those games being absolute thrillers as well. But I'm glad that we were the ones on top for the last game of the season.
Yeah, not only did our boys show a lot of athletic dominance, they also showed a lot of heart coming in there and just fighting, giving their all, coming in from a 5 seed all the way to battle the number 2 seed for the championship. It was such an entertaining game. A lot of heart from our Redhawks. A lot of just really athletic skill. Obviously, like you mentioned, Chris Harris having 26 points, but also Phil Russell 21 points. Israel Barnes having 19 points. A real team effort. Just a great performance from our Redhawks. I'm so excited to see them play in March Madness. We'll probably play FDU, which is Farley Dickinson University, for the play-in game for the 16th seed. And then if we win, we'll probably play 1 seed, probably Kansas. But I think we'll do great. I think we'll go get it to March Madness. I'm really excited to see our boys there.
Yeah, if we do get selected to play in the first 4, which is projected by bracketologists. I mean, it's going to be in Dayton, Ohio, which that's not a very far drive, Beto. Jeffrey, you down?
Why not?
Well, I guess we'll see you guys in Ohio. We'll see you in Dayton, Ohio, I guess. But going to be a great game. I think it's a very winnable game, and I think it really comes down to what we can do in that first round. Can we make a run? Can we be one of those storybook teams that makes a deep run coming out of nowhere? And I don't see why not. It's been a crazy season so far. I don't know why it can't get any crazier, but
why not us?
Why not us? But moving on, we do got to talk about a little bit of pro sports. As much as I would love to talk about that amazing game all day long, we do got to talk about pro sports. And the NFL, man, Derek Carr just announced not going to be a Jet. He's going to be a Saint. Signs with the Saints. Oh, I'm so happy. I was running around everywhere. Oh, my God. Oh, the relief. I was trying to hold that in for that last whole segment, but I am just so excited. There is paper everywhere. I don't know who's going to clean that up. Not me, for sure. But Derek Carr is not a New York Jet. Signed to the Saints for 4 years. Who dat? You guys are jokes. Can't believe we're going to have mediocrity for the next 4 years of your 4 seasons or whatever. I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm so happy. But, I mean, you got an upgrade on Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's still on your roster, so have fun with that, I guess. Yeah, take it away, Beto.
Not only is it 4 years, but it's $150 million over 4 years reported, and $100 million in guarantees. So they are throwing the bag at Derek Carr, and I think it could work out for them. Looking at their wide receiver depth chart, they have Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry, some weapons. Also, Alvin Kamara, when he's fit, can catch the ball well out of the backfield. So it's interesting now that he's surrounded by weapons with a team with a really good defense. As we know, the Saints didn't have a really bad defense. They actually had a more of elite defense, holding Tampa Bay to 3 points one time this season. Crazy stuff. And so I'm really excited to see what Derek Carr can do, as he is, as we've mentioned in the past, an above-average quarterback. I know you think he's a little bit below average.
No, he's average. He's the most average quarterback of all time. The stats say so. If you disagree, you don't know football, stop talking. And shout out to Will Wright, by the way, my friend who's also a Saints fan. It's going to be a long 4 years for you, bud. And Jets are on top. We're getting Aaron Rodgers. It's pretty much a done deal now, and I can't wait.
Yeah, as we basically just said, Aaron Rodgers, interesting story. We don't know where he's going to go yet. He really hasn't said anything.
We know exactly where he's going to go. I just said the Jets, yes.
I still think he's going to go to Las Vegas, but we'll see. Anyways, other news today, there has been some franchise tags, Tony Pollard and Josh Jacobs. Some really good moves from those teams as they need to hold on to those running backs. Tony Pollard with obviously Ezekiel Elliott slowing down, and Josh Jacobs is being now one of the only offensive pieces for the Raiders. But speaking of only offensive pieces, Derek Henry.
Yeah, Derek Henry supposedly on the trade block right now. It was going around at the combine that he was being shopped around, and I mean, I know Vrabel is a good coach and all, but he would be the absolute laughingstock of the entire league if you let his only offensive production go. I mean, I have a metaphor for what Derek Henry is, and that's a lawn chair, because Ryan Tannehill can just sit back in a lawn chair and let Derek Henry do everything he needs to do to win games. And that's pretty much what they've done for the past 2 or 3 years. And the only reason they've even went to the playoffs for how many times they've been in the past couple of years, it's been because of Derek Henry. I know they didn't have a very good year this year, but you get rid of Derek Henry, you have Ryan Tannehill and I don't know, a couple wide receivers that haven't been doing very well the past couple of seasons. So you don't have A.J. Brown. Now you're going to get rid of Derek Henry? That's ridiculous. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I think the Titans are similar to the Raiders, just trying to tank everything. Like, I don't understand how the Titans are trying to get rid. Not only did they get rid of A.J. Brown, but they're getting rid of Derek Henry now. It just doesn't seem right to me.
I don't like it because they also don't have a draft pick this year that's good enough to tank. I mean, at least with the Jets, we're pro tankers, so I know this very well. We at least had 3 first-round draft picks last year, so we had an excuse to tank, and the Tennessee Titans just don't have that.
No, not at all. Also, just looking at Derek Henry, the impact he has on this team, I think he wants to stay. Looking at the impact he has not only on the team, but the community, as he's invested in some areas around there, including the soccer club Nashville SC. So it's interesting to me that they would even consider trading him, as he seems to have his future set in Tennessee. So I don't think this is going to work out. I personally just think that this is just them just trying to make some noise, blow some smoke. But who knows? It could be the Tennessee Titans truly setting their franchise up for failure.
Yeah, if this happens, they are a failure. There's no doubt about it. But next up, UFC reactions. What a amazing weekend of UFC fighting. Some big surprises as far as Shevchenko losing goes, but then also some things will be called. Bo Nickel getting it done within a round. John Jones, I didn't think he was going to get done in a round, but he gets it done in a round, absolutely dominates. Great weekend of fighting, man. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, 100%. The main card, full of violence. On the undercard, Cody Garbrandt coming out with a win. Really exciting. But the main card, full of violence, as you mentioned, John Jones going out there, absolutely dominating Cyril Gane. I didn't think it would be like that. I thought it would be within a few rounds. Maybe Cyril Gane would keep the distance, use his kickboxing, maybe even get a little bit of an edge on John Jones. But John Jones wasn't having any of that. He immediately looked for the takedown, took him down, got a guillotine choke, and it was over. It was an incredible finish by John Jones.
Yeah, and before the fight, leading up to the fight, that is, John Jones was saying how horrible this fight was going to be stylistically for Cyril Gane, and I didn't buy it, and he sure did make me eat my words, because my God, did he dominate that fight. And one thing I want to add on is that John Jones didn't play any games going into that fight, and what I mean by that is that sometimes, like with DC, he wanted to wrestle a little bit, or with Gustafsson, he kind of played around a little bit, not in that second fight, but in that first fight, well, he also had an interesting weekend, which I'm not sure if we're allowed to talk about on a student-ran newspaper. But anyway, John Jones played no games, got it done, just looked like he was going to just absolutely outclass him. I don't see anybody in that weight class beating him. You hear about Stipe Miocic being the undeniable next fight for John Jones, but I think John Jones even walks through him.
Yeah, for real. DC even said it. He said John Jones is as dominant as he is as he was at light heavyweight, but now he's at heavyweight with 40 pounds more weight. And so if DC's saying that, he's giving praise to his mortal rival, I think that it's got to be true. Obviously, the contenders, Stipe Miocic, as you said, probably going to be the next fight, and then Pavlovich. That fight could be interesting, but I still think John Jones, he's got the wrestling, he's got the stamina, he's got the cardio, he's got the chin for it. Curtis Blades is up there, Tai Tuivasa is up there. It's a shark tank of a division. It's the biggest, baddest division in the UFC, but I still think John Jones runs through it all. He's the undisputed, undefeated GOAT of the UFC for all time, now, here, and forever, man. He is the best fighter to ever grace the octagon.
Yeah, and it's one thing about that GOAT conversation is that John Jones has 15 title defenses or title victories, and Khabib has 13 UFC fights. So I think there's no doubt that despite what he does outside of the octagon, John Jones is the undisputed GOAT.
Yeah, 100%. Something that was surprising over the weekend was Valentina Shevchenko. Just watching that fight, her back getting taken, oh my goodness. Alexa Grasso, what a takedown.
Yeah, dude, it was absolutely amazing just seeing how fast she was on Shevchenko's back. I mean, it was like that. It was insane. Caught that spinning bag kick, grappled up, took her to the canvas, and just absolutely stunned everybody who, I think everybody kind of agreed that Shevchenko should have and was going to win that fight. But Grasso hung in there, saw her opportunity and got it done.
Yeah, Shevchenko walked in there as a minus 890 favorite.
Money was made on Grasso.
Yeah, 100%. At some point in the fight, Valentina was a minus 1,000 favorite. If you looked at it going in, I think the first round into the next round, they flashed up the live odds. It was minus 1,000. Crazy stuff. Whoever bet on Grasso, congratulations, you made some money. But Valentina looked decent in that fight, not her best self. Like, I think you mentioned it earlier, it had shades of Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena 1, where Amanda Nunes came out flat and got taken down and got taken out of her championship belt. But I think Valentina bounces back from this just like Amanda Nunes did.
Yeah, I can never see that happening. I don't think Shevchenko makes that mistake again, but that's pretty much all I have for this episode, man. Anything else?
I'm all good here.
Well, I'm Blake Showalter.
And I'm Beto Vaca-Diaz.
And this has been the 2-Minute Warning. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure to follow us at the 2-Minute Warning with an underscore on Instagram. Follow us at the Southeast Arrow on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want to follow us on, wherever you can find us, I guess. But thanks for tuning in, guys. See you guys next time.